Okay, welcome back to the Slam Sketchbook Challenge. This is so late. I'm so sorry this is taking so long for me to get to. I hadn't been making videos because I was out of town and I couldn't physically make any videos. Wasn't at my computer, didn't have anything to do anything, so couldn't really work on this, and then this took a back burner, but we are back. But this one episode is a little different. I didn't get full 20 pages done. I got 7 pages, and this was kind of a failed attempt day where I couldn't get the full 20. This was recorded so long ago, honestly, I don't remember why I couldn't get the full 20. Something happened and just didn't get it done. But you know what? We're gonna use this footage and content anyway because I think this is some of my best pages, personally. I think there's some strong ones in there. There's some weak ones though, but we will see. Without anything else being said, let's jump right into the first page. Like I said, this is 7 pages, but still a lot of look-throughs to go through. Starting out with my warm-up page. This page is the weakest one because I was goofing off. I didn't really know what I was doing. I spent, I swear to you, 30 minutes just drawing those circles and using a paintbrush and fading them out, and then I realized, oh my gosh, I've spent 30 minutes on this. Let me just draw quick, tiny little sketches in them. And they were all rainbow and stuff, and I just, I was using pretty, in my past episodes of the Slam Sketchbook, I would do blobs and then fill in pose shapes in it, and I was like, well, what if I did little blob windows where it's they can look through a little scene, you can see stuff happening. So I did that, and it just took too much time. It doesn't even look that good, honestly. I don't have too much to say about it. It was an okay warm-up. I just had this fun almost oil pastels or kind of crayon-y watercolor art supply thing that I was like, let me just use this to draw circles, and I'll fade it out and stuff, and I use Tombow markers on top. But you can see in there is a little tiny drawings of the different characters. There's one of me and my dog Wasabi because he was sitting next to me being all cute. But you got Sapphire, Aurora in there, some of Lexi, some of Ruby. Just a lot of little mishmash stuff. I mean, this page is so, it's a good warm-up. It doesn't look great, but it was a fun warm-up. I think that's really all that matters, because sometimes you're not gonna draw good, but it's better to just accept that you're not gonna draw good and get a warm-up page done, because then maybe, now that you've gotten your blah out, you can make something better. And you know what? I did that, and that is fabulous. That is the final page. Moving on to the second one. This one's a little more better. We have Galena, and I did this page because I had been doing several pages where it's a character head on, and those do fun, where it's close up to their eyes, and those are just kind of easy, simple pages. I did it quite quick, and so far I think I've done it with characters of mine that have no nose. So I don't know why I've been doing that. But here's Galena, and hers is particularly fun because she's a galaxy themed character, and I can use different watercolors and stuff like that to get the base of her skin, and she has snakes as hair. She's a reptile kind of character, and she's very cute. I love her a lot. I wish the colors would have come up more saturated, because if you've ever seen her ref, she's very saturated with those purples and blues, and I couldn't quite get that, but you know what, that's okay. And I was just jumping around with art supplies. I love my Tombow markers. You're never ripping them out of my hands. They're the backbone of this sketchbook. I use them a lot, and doing a watercolor base and then Tombow markers on top. We win these, even though I'm pretty sure Tombow markers are a water-based marker, and I'm pretty sure that'll bleed, and then I used colored, no, I didn't use colored pencils. I used those, like crayon watercolor, like oily pastel thing. No, that's a lie. I didn't use that. I actually did use oil pastels for this because I have a huge box of them up in my room where I keep all my art supplies, and I was like, they're just sitting here doing nothing. I think that's one of the things with this one is I grabbed a few art supplies I don't normally use, so I got to throw some oil pastels on there, and I think I did it on the first one too as well, now I think about it. But that's Galena. She has like little constellations on her skin and like little scales. Oh, she looks fabulous. Moving on to the third page. This was one of the bad pages. I was just so not wanting to draw at all, and I was just like, black paint my hand, that's the concept. I literally just painted my hand black and then put it on the page because I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and then I just drew like little doodles around it. I drew me, little tiny me on the little pages, and man, I don't know, I was just so depressed. I was really depressed. Man, looking back at it is making me depressed. It was just, ugh. You know, I was over it. I was thinking maybe I could do some fun stuff, like little doodles in between, and it just wasn't the way I wanted it to. And you can see from this page to the next page, well, you might not be able to tell, but I move like locations because I think I actually, this might be 2 separate recordings that just I couldn't draw that day and I just gave up, because sometimes when I do the Slam Sketchbook, I'll start at like maybe like the beginning or middle of the day, and then like if I can draw, great, I will draw all 20 pages, sit down, and we can get through it. If I can't, you know, I can't, and I'm not gonna sit there and like torture myself, but that was one of those pages, and you know, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. The next page though, this is where I changed locations, and I was like, yes, something's working. And I drew Akusa, and I don't know, I like the simplicity of this page. You can't go wrong with Akusa. I love her so much. Her face is a little, just teeny bit off, but she is so pretty. I love her. And you know what? Colored pencils and watercolor is always a good duo. Always a good duo. I think what I needed was the push to sit and think about what I was doing, because sometimes I just grab the art supplies and I'm like, I have to go fast, I have to go so fast, just boom, 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 boom. And doing a watercolor and colored pencil drawing makes me, I have to think about what I'm going to draw in the sketch, because I have to be precise. I can't erase the colored pencil, and you can only go so dark with the colored pencil. So I did that, and then you go watercolor over it, and you know, I have to block in my colors really well or else I'll mess up. So I think this was a really fun page. We got her rainbow across the back, and it's just a little fun video. Sorry, I almost just yawned. I'm trying not to yawn, I'm really tired. And yeah, I think Akusa's colors are so pretty. Like I said, like in Galena's, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. In Galena's video, or page, I wish the colors were more saturated, but it's okay. The colors don't have to be crazy saturated. I'm pretty positive the watercolor colors I'm using, the palette isn't that expensive. So that's Akusa, and this page I think did take me a while to draw. It's been a hot minute since I had drawn these. Like, I honestly don't remember what the thought process was. I think I just wanted to draw her hair like dripping down, and I think that's the only thought process, you know? I love the look of that black liner on top of that yellow. That is so satisfying. If you see that liner, by the way, that's my favorite liner. It's my absolute favorite. It's a Tombow marker liner, and I love it so much. I think the first time I ever got introduced to it was in a Jazza. Like the first time he ever did like an art supplies box, I'd gotten it and I'd got one of those in it and I loved it, and then I lost it and I was so sad, but I got another one. So yeah, I'm just, look at me filling in those colors. Ooh, get at me. And colored pencils. Ooh, Prisma colored pencils. It's where it's at, man. Papa markers, Prisma colored pencils, you know. I think, and then I think the watercolors I used was like a kid's watercolor or something, I don't know. And then I added a little verse on there too. A verse about, you know, the rainbow being a promise from God that he wouldn't flood the earth again. Love that for him. Moving on to the next drawing. This one is because I had been doing some pages where it was just like sketches. Because, you know, oh my gosh, can you stop yawning, Chrissy? Thank you. Sometimes we just need pages that are just sketches because it's called a sketch book. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you so much. So, you actually haven't seen this character. You might think it's Ro. It's not. This character's name is Josephine, and it is a fusion of my dragon character Joe with Ro. And I think she's so friggin' cute. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. She looks a little evil on here though. I was like, ooh. I think I want to make her thing be like, maybe like poison ivy or like something with like poison, because any character of mine that's fused with my dragon character Joe has negative or bad traits. So I wanted to make it like poison ivy because Ro is a type magic healer. She can heal people through music, and she has like attachment with nature. So I thought it'd be so fun if I could do like a poison ivy something, and I considered maybe her hair being like a fun like vine thing, but I think I'm gonna use that for a different fusion. But I don't know, I really liked that concept, and that's kind of like what inspired this page. Moving on to the next one. This one is my absolute favorite. It's Sapphire, and I got to draw a bunch of butterflies around her, and I'm pretty sure, oh my gosh, don't yawn, I'm pretty sure all of the last 4 pages are based on like inspiration pictures. I say inspiration pictures, I like hardly followed them, like I loosely maybe, and I don't even remember that. I think I remember them like a little bit, but like when I set out like an inspiration like collage of different like pieces I think are interesting and cool, I usually like find one little small thing that I really like and then cling on to that. And I really liked a view of, I think it was just like a boy. And he had like orange butterflies around him, and he had this like beautiful blue background that was like against the bright orange butterflies. And I was like, I love that. That's such a Sapphire thing. So I did a picture of her head on looking like up and like at the butterflies, and I thought this one was so good. I have not had a win in so long. Like even this, I recorded this so long ago, and I'm going to be recording the next episode soon, and oh my goodness, I hope it turns out as good as this one. And I know I didn't do all 20 pages for this, but I was really glad that I got a win out of this, and I think this is such a pretty picture of Sapphire, and it made me realize that like I don't do painting that often, or I don't really work in my sketchbook too often, but like if I can accomplish this and like those like first 2 pictures within like the end half of a day, like could you imagine what if I could just form words correctly, could you imagine what I could do in like a full week working on a piece? Could you imagine? That would be so fun. It's just I get so bored easily. So maybe we'll see. Maybe I'll do a fun painting and I'll work on it like for a week. But the thing is with that, it's like I have to record that for a whole week and then do content in the middle of that. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll find the way to balance it out. But like right now I'm just doing content and pushing it out. And that's why we're doing this, because this footage is old and I need to use it up and we need a Slam Sketchbook episode. But oh my gosh, this photo is probably going to be the thumbnail. I think it's so pretty. And you know what, guys? Sapphire is such my comfort character, and I have not drawn her with like yellow tinted lighting. And oh my goodness, can I just say that is so beautiful. Like, it's like, it has like yellow and it makes her hair like tinted a little green, and it, oh my goodness, you guys, that is like, I'm an artist. That is so pretty. She's so pretty, guys. I can't get over her. I'm like drooling over my own art. Honestly, once you'll see it once it's finished, I felt like I could have like sat there and done like a ton more, but you know, I feel like as an artist we can always just keep adding and adding and adding and adding, but like sometimes I just need to like stop at some point, and maybe I stopped a little too soon and I could have done a little bit more, but you know, it is what it is. And I think it's so pretty. I love like the little red blush. I think it like adds something to like it's like the complementary for the green. Oh my goodness, you guys. Man, I would love to make this like an actual like acrylic painting. I think that's so fun. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think Sapphire is always such a win. Such a win. I get so like, it's probably the reason this picture's so good is because I draw Sapphire so often. And I'm like, you think I would just draw characters I draw more often, but no. Anyway, moving on to the next page. This one's goofy. Oh, this one's Chrissy's just bored and tired and wants to get this over with. So I just drew Froggy. I just drew my good old man Froggy. And we've seen Froggy in two animation memes. I have made characters that have 0 animations, and yet I choose this frog. Always. I love Froggy. He's so funny. He's usually not smiling, by the way. He's usually like very like grouchy. He's a little grouchy. He's a little grouchy dude. I don't know, it was giving Hello Kitty, and I saw this like cute thing with patterns. I did not do it successful. Let's just be clear, okay? What I want for this page didn't happen, but that's okay. I think if I would have done like, I used Poscas, and the Poscas I have I resent so wholeheartedly because they're like the biggest, chunkiest things I've ever seen, and I don't draw on things that big, y'all. I don't. So like, if I had like the smaller Posca pens, I'd love them, but I resent them because I just don't have that much use for them. You know? So, and you could see me here. I'm pretty sure I'm using like Crayola markers to fill in like a section, I think, and then Tombow, and I'm flipping through colored pencils, and I'm doing a whole lot of something. I don't really know what it's giving. Honestly, I would do this drawing again in a different way. Like if I could imagine it as like merch on a t-shirt and like how would that look like, I'd probably do it a little bit better. But anyway, that is the last page. I'm so sorry this voiceover is bad. I'm really tired. And I gotta get this video up by the next day. So I hope you liked all of the pages. That'll be it. I will be posting content more often, but that is it. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.